My name is Susanna Rougier, and I am Georgette Heyer's daughter-in-law. Now, as you probably know, she was a very private person. I think she was really shy, and she had very few friends. Her whole life was her family, that is to say, Ronald, her husband, and her only son, Richard, and, of course, her books. She very rarely entertained, but sometimes Ronald would bring back a friend from the Garrick to play bridge, and we used to be summoned sometimes to have dinner with them. Now, they lived, as Jeremy has told you, in this set in Albany, which was up 120 stone steps. The top floor, I think it was above where Edward Heath went, it lived in the end. And you opened into this magnificent drawing room, dining room, hall. But what you didn't know was that upstairs, a narrow, dreadful flight of stairs led to this kitchen, which had not been changed since 1920. And of course, in the old days, these were bachelor apartments, and the bachelor had some manservant who did everything up in these attics. And Georgette would clamber up these terrible stairs to this appalling kitchen, where she cooked a very good dinner. And then she had to carry it all down again. Then when the guests had gone, we had to carry it all up again and wash it up in, I won't describe the sink. No washing machine, nothing like that. And Ronald used to wash the glasses in the downstairs loo basin. He couldn't face carrying them upstairs. So eventually, Richard decided that he was going to introduce me to them. I was terrified, absolutely didn't know what to do. I was still not even divorced, and I married with 2 children, just what somebody wants for their only son to marry. So I arrived shaking at this wonderful set of apartments and was ushered in, and for some extraordinary reason, she decided I was all right. And from that moment onwards, and over the years, we became very, very close friends. I adored her. She was a marvellous mother-in-law to me, and incredibly generous. Even before we were married, she took me to Muirfield, to Grey Walls, where they spent their whole summer holiday, whole of August, and she invited me for 2 weeks. I had just started playing golf because Richard did, so I learnt to play golf at Muirfield. Now, I don't know whether there are any golfers here, but if there are, they will know that this is a one-off. I don't believe any woman has ever learnt to play golf at Muirfield. I, of course, didn't realise what I was doing. Well, anyway, Richard and I then got married, and after that, she used to ring me up, I should think, 5 times a week in the morning for a good gossip. What she really wanted to know was what we'd been up to and have a good old waspish gossip with me about it. She'd never been able to before, because Richard never told anybody anything, least of all his mother, so she'd never been able to. So I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, because we had a good old bitchy chat every morning. It was simply splendid. And then suddenly the telephone calls would stop, and I would know a book was on the way. Silence. For I can't remember how long, but Jennifer will know it took her to write a book, but I was going to say 2 months, but it could have been less. And then another phone call, I've finished, come out for dinner, and we'd go and celebrate. And then a few weeks later, another celebration when the book was published, and we'd go to the Allegro, just the 4 of us, and then that fell out of favour, which places did with Georgette, and we went to the Connaught, and I'm happy to say that never fell out of favour. Anyway, there you have it. She was a wonderful woman, domineering, but fair, very wise, very generous to me. And I would like to say she was a real true friend, and I feel very privileged to be able to say that. She would, as Jeremy said, loved this, but she would not have admitted it. And she would, I think she'd have come, wouldn't she? And
yes.
saying, I don't really want to go. But she would have. Anyway.
But I must.
But I must. Yes, that's it.
Oh, well done.